People will come, Ray. They'll come to Iowa for reasons they can't even fathom. They'll turn up your driveway, not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past. Of course, we won't mind if you look around, you'll say. It's only $20 per person. They'll pass over the money without even thinking about it. For it is money they have, and peace they like.
Ray, just sign the papers.
And they'll walk out to the bleachers. Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They'll find they have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines, where they sat when they were children and cheered their heroes. And they'll watch the game. And it'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces.
Ray, when the bank opens in the morning, they'll foreclose.
People will come, Ray.
You're broke, Ray. You sell now or you lose everything.
The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
Ray, you will lose everything. You will be evicted. Come on, Ray.
Some of the guys seem kind of neat.
Clean up on aisle 7.
Opening day in eMLB, best run league in the universe. MLB should...
Down and collected. Who's white? Yes. Well, all I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name on first base?
Listen, what is on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know. Third base.
base.
I pick it up. You got an outfield?
Well, surely.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
I just thought I'd ask.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Then tell me who's playing left field.
Who is playing first?
Stay out of the infield.
Don't mention the names out here.
I want to know what's the left fielder's
What
name.
is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third
Third
base.
base. Got a pitcher on the team?
Wouldn't this be a fine team without a pitcher?
The pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me the date?
I'm telling you, man.
Then go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow you're going to tell me who's pitching?
Now, listen. Who is
Now
not...
break your arm, you say who's on first. I want to know what's the pitcher's
What's
name.
on second?
I don't know. Third base.
It is a very special day here on the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. Front and center, we are ready to go. It is the day that many of you have been waiting for, yours included, yours truly. Welcome. It is Coffee with the Commish. Coffee, ready to go. Time, outfit, ready to go. Real men wear pink. Welcome. eMLB Opening Day coverage 2025. How about that? We're finally there. Good to see you all. Thanks for coming in today. Whether you are our regulars, our GMs, our virtual players, or even just our lurkers, we hope you will enjoy a very special day of coverage as we get back to what we do best. Full bore, full steam ahead. We are ready here on the FKN to get going. I am Commish LB. If you've never met me before, no, I don't always wear the gear, but why not? I'm so used to it. It's like a second skin for me, realistically. I am the Commish. I've got bonnets being thrown around in the chat. Thank you to Jason Hillman. Also, thank you very much to Sean Paxler. Hold on a second. The music is blowing up because I had to tune it up for Abbott and Costello. But Jason Hillman with the 5 gifted subs. Bonnets thrown all around the chat. Also want to thank Sean Paxler for interrupting the opening of Abbott and Costello with the $25 donation that he has given as well. We thank you very much for all of that, everybody. I am the Commish. My friends will call me LB. My wife will probably today call me 4-letter words because we're going to be streaming a double hitter. Every at-bat you will be watching live today. This is how we love to do it around here. But she earns that right, so we ask always, you be kind in chat. Do like Blockbuster. Be kind, rewind. Dad mode, dad of 5, so I'm always a professional dad. Dad mode is always in full effect around here, so we ask you to remember the words of a specific pain-in-the-butt duck who's always in my background.
Watch your language, bud. We're on the air.
Yeah, Daffy, yes. We're not G-rated around here, but yeah, we still try to behave more often than not. Try to be somewhat professional. Is it like that? So, anyway, we hope you are excited. We've got eMLB opening day coverage. We're going to start with Game 1. We've got interleague action. Nothing says tradition and pastime like interleague coverage. But that's fine. I don't honestly care. It was just humorous as we do Field of Dreams to start us off in our favorite Abbott and Costello skit. And we're going to do interleague action to start us off. So, oh, goodness. Hey, Cito. Yeah, I see you got enough balls of yarn. You might be ready to do the Mega Boost. So as a friendly reminder for any of you who happen to be here under, or normally not here, possibly under a rock and all that, the Mega Boost, exclamation MEGA, finally available. That means for 5,000 balls of yarn, you get a +6. A +6. Ben Haslam's the only one to have used it so far, more as our guinea pig, but I know he was waiting for it as is. So that gets you 1 extra boost for the price of 5. So if you're the type that likes to hoard your balls of yarn, well, I mean, you're all men mostly in here, so I assume most of you like to hoard your balls as is, right? So,
That's what she said.
okay. All right. See, I already got caught.
Happy opening day.
Hey, JR, we thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Very much appreciated, sir. 1,000 biddies. Happy opening day to all of you. We hope, real quickly, we hope this is not the only baseball you get to experience this year. We are hoping for some MLB real-life coverage soon enough. Keep your fingers crossed. Alrighty, so here's what we got on tap for you today. 4 days are going to be simmed, but we've got Game 1 on day 1. We're Sunday, April 6th of 2025. Once we got only 3 games on tap, and that one, hey, Jason coming in with 500 biddies as well. And for any of you who wonder why I keep stopping and making notes, it's because there are gifts and rewards, or more specifically, boosts of players. We're not paid to play, no obligation, but the least I can do for people who appreciate the effort and energy we put in here, that is always supported. What are the preseason predictions? Why not look at that before we jump in? Here's what out of the park says is going to be the outcomes this season. So no love for Toronto this year, as they predict Toronto to have the worst record in the entire league. Toronto's trying to do some bridging, as you've seen them do several acquisitions this offseason, a lot of one-year deals. But Blue Jays given only 57 wins. Rays are still kind of the top of the East. Denver also with 500 biddies.
Happy opening day all. Let's hope for no more OOTP bizarre at home injuries. Good luck to all.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment, but thank you, Den Brew, for the 500 biddies, which of course is the equivalent of one boost. We thank you very much for that. So Rays are thinking, they're thinking 96 wins, comfortably beating anyone else in the East. The Central's just basically going to kick the crap out of each other. Royals, who we'll see shortly, are predicted to finish last in the division. They will say au contraire, mon frere, but we will see soon enough. Meanwhile, in the West, probably the most dangerous division we have here in the entire league right now, where realistically, 3 teams are probably very capable of being in first in any division. One team is very capable of being a massive spoiler in Seattle. As you see, they're predicted to win 85 wins, have a 525 win percentage, and finish in 4th. Yikes. That's a tough season. You see some of the projections. I honestly pay no mind to any of these at all. Let's go to the National League then. St. Louis Cardinals. Well, first off, some dancing. Charles comes in with his Prime, which of course is just as good as a tier 1 sub. But if you are not familiar with Prime, if you didn't realize that if you have Amazon Prime, you get this thing called Twitch Prime. And with the link we just provided, you're able to connect your accounts, and one channel every 30 days you are able to sub to for free. Don't cost you a dime, but the person that you support gets the full perks.
Good luck everyone except Cody.
I love it. I love it. The guys are already coming in with their battles. Harris, thank you very much for the 500 biddies. But Pitt under 500 predictions on OOTP are garbage. Yeah, no love for Cody here. So again, as we were saying, if you have Amazon Prime, you've got Twitch Prime, you can sub 1 channel per month, and the perks are the same. You will get full benefits just like you would with doing a regular tier 1 sub, where you do pay $5 basically for. So at no cost, you get full perks of the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show, which means access to the world famous, my 16-year-old mates him, so I pimp him up, the Fluffy Kitty Ninja emotes, but of course the coolest sarcasm emote around Twitch. I mean, who else has a 6'9", 250-pound pink bunny named Zdeno Chara? We do. Not me, even though I'm wearing pink today, but Zdeno Chara is our sarcasm emote around here. Tells you we're just being goofy when we use it. And of course, you do get boosts or even get to create a player if you have not had a player here prior. But of course, by subbing to the channel, you kind of decree that kitty cats rule indeed. All right, let's look at the final National League predicted standings. Not that these have a lot of clout. Mets are going to be in our first game as well, not given much love themselves. We'll see if they can battle against that. But yeah, what a difference. Cardinals given 100 games? Even better than the Nationals. Nationals and Braves, it's not like they beat up on each other. Marlins, 75 wins, they'll take it. I predicted yesterday 70 wins is what I thought the Marlins were actually going to finish at. But we'll have to keep a close eye on this. Meanwhile, Padres are expected to just run over the National League West. That's the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Wow. But a good sign for the Giants is the Giants are predicted to win 75. Again, Giants have the #1 draft pick this coming 2025 amateur draft around All-Star break. Well, don't agree with them. You don't have to. That's the fun of it. Andrew's like, I'd love to win a division by 20 games. I'll coast. Tatis will be the MVP. Well, I guess because they're giving him a lot of love here, but we ain't going to pay a lot of attention to that. So let's get to it. This is what you guys have been waiting for, haven't you? All right, we've got 3 games on tap to start us off. 1 in the National League, 1 in the American League. Both of those games will be done, so we'll already have the out-of-town scoreboard be useless for this first day of action, as both these games should be completed by the time we get the Mets-Royals game done, as that's a night game at Kauffman Stadium. So at Travis McGregor, scheduled to take on Jim Giesler, as the Jays will take on the Rays. I hate that combination because I will always mix up the names, but Jays, Rays to start our season off. In the National League, the Cardinals and the Pirates. Jack Flaherty is scheduled against Mike Kennedy. You're not putting Cody Koshin in first? You trickery on it, I think. Tatis is feeling a bit boosty this year. He feels a bit re-rated, is what we can better say. Re-rated to be a more accurate representation of what Fernando Tatis actually is. But that also means the injuries. The injury rating is also inherited with the re-rates. Trying to mess with Andrew Pace, of course. All right. You know what? Give me one quick moment. I just thought of something I want to do real quickly in the background. Give me one fast moment before we get started into today's game of the day. Promise, we're not far away. We're going to be started in a moment. Let me just do one quick thing. We'll be right back. You are watching Fluffy Kitty Ninjas. Game 1. Mets, Royals, coming up right on the other side of this very quick break. I told you it wasn't going to be long. I had to make sure we were as ready as we can be. Back live opening day coverage as we are getting just ready. Oh, what in the world is going on here? Never mind all of that. Jeez, everything's all excited. See, even OBS is all excited about opening day coverage. So we're going to get right to it. Special thanks to all of my 30 general managers on being extremely prompt, getting all of their work in. We do not look like, fingers crossed, we don't look like we have anything that's going to slow us down in simming through the first 4 days. Always the commission's worst nightmare is that a non-roster invitee not get added to the 40-man that made the 26-man cut. Did somebody not slim their spring training roster down to 26? I got an itchy nose here. Who's thinking about me? And all of that good stuff. So I feel like we're good. I hope we're going to find out soon enough. Let's get to what you've been waiting on. It is Game 1 action. Let's remove me from the equation. for the Mets, our visiting team. And again, if you've been here before, but you haven't been here regularly, especially if you started finding us during Winter League or spring training coverage, you didn't get to see eMLB at its finest, which is what you're going to be watching here now. You're going to be watching a fully managed game. Both GMs will be whispering me in Twitch chat. So both Minerva and Denbrew, if you would kindly send me Twitch whispers so we can set up communication. They will be fully managing this game. They're going to be deciding any subs. They're going to be deciding... The only thing they're not going to do is defensive strategy. We're going to let defensive strategy get done automatically. That has always been one thing that I feel like is a big glaring issue, because if someone says they want to put a shift on or do an infield in, you have to change it for literally every pitch. Alrighty, so for the Mets, 82 wins last season. 80 wins last season. That was 4th in the NL East. That's their second straight season below 500. Their prior 3 had been over 90 wins, so they are, of course, looking to try to get back in that direction. Little bit of mishap happening yesterday. Jackson Miller, their prize prospect, the number 49 prospect in eMLB, was scheduled to be the opening day starter. He ended up having an incident at home. Apparently he was doing some repair work and he severely jammed one of his fingers. He's been placed on the 10-day IR, giving Wilfred Astudillo the opportunity to get the opening day start. So again, Jackson Miller expected to be back not long after the injured reserve, but the rookie top 49 prospect cost himself an opportunity to have an opening day start here at Kauffman Stadium due to his little mishap at home. Thank you, OOTP. So triple checking with Denbrew. You are good with your lineup, as is Gianfran Escalona, scheduled to be your starter today. You're golden. Good. Escalona, it is his 5th year in the majors, from Caracas, Venezuela, 25 years old. He's going to turn 26 in a couple of days. Happy birthday to him. Smoke and mirrors is what you can expect from Escalona. He'll barely touch 90 with the fastball, but with such an impressive curveball changeup combination, it works well. 203 strikeouts for Escalona in 146 innings yesterday. When he is healthy, he is on. 12.5 strikeouts per 9 innings for Escalona. He'll get the start. Opening day start for him. It is his first opening day start for Escalona. Let's go to Kansas City. I believe your lineup is exactly as you want it. Double checking with you, Minerva. You're ready, you say? Let me just make sure you are good with what you have. 20 stuff and throws 89 to 91. Yes, you're peachy. Alrighty, so before I get ready to announce our lineups, another feature you haven't seen if you're newer to us, here's your chance, and you already see it. Jamie's getting us started. Time to bet on game 1. You are permitted to bet. Embrace your inner Pete Rose. Bet on the game. Who do you think's going to win it? Is it going to be the Mets, or is it going to be the Royals? Here's what you do in chat as you see. Write the name of the team. Feel free to use the abbreviation. We know who you mean. Say here, I assume you have the bets. I should never assume. That makes a you-know-what out of me more than anything. But assuming he has the bets. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it. So here's what you do. Write down which team you think's going to win and how many runs is the winning team going to score. Not how many runs they're going to win by, and not how many total runs in the game. How many runs will the winning team score? Here's how it works. You put your bet in now, and before the end of the first inning, and you pick the right team, you're going to win 75 balls of yarn. You wait till the second inning, no problem. You can do that. You're completely permitted. Just means you'll only win 50 balls of yarn if you are correct. Your last chance to bet in game 1 today is going to be in the third inning. Before the third out of the third inning, put a bet in, you can get 25 balls of yarn. But at any time during the betting process, if you pick the wrong side, it's going to set you back 25 balls of yarn. What about that number, you say? Well, the number cannot hurt you. It can only help. So, if you nail the number, even if you pick the wrong team, you're a winner. You get 50 bonus balls of yarn for picking the right team. Yes, please go clean your litter box, stinkins. Always recommend it, especially when I have 2 stinky cats myself. Even if you pick the wrong team that costs you 25 balls of yarn, nailing the number adds 50 to it, so you'll still walk away plus 25 for making your bet. Maximum amount of balls of yarn you can win into this game 1 is 125 balls of yarn. Hey, Kamish, can you bet in game 2? Absolutely! You'll have 2 chances to play today. And what are balls of yarn, you say? Well, they are the currency of the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show, but they are the lifeblood of the eMLB universe. For every 1,000 balls of yarn you have, you can trade them in for a boost. You use exclamation boost, like you'll see here, and when you hear this, that means you have somebody has traded in 1,000 balls of yarn and gotten themselves a +1 boost, or if you don't have a player yet, doing that boost will create a player. But some of you out there happen to have a little more balls of yarn. For every 5,000 balls of yarn you have, you can trade them in to get the Mega Boost, which gives you an extra bonus boost. You'll get a +6. So when you hear the following, that means somebody has really gone big time and gotten a +6 in doing that. So that is the whole ball of yarn process and why it's important around here and why you see a lot of mini games get played. Here is your starting lineups for opening day. First, for the visiting New York Mets, Brandon Nimmo will be out in right field, actually carrying over a 4-game hit streak from last season. He'll be in right field, leading it off. Shervin Newton will be behind him. 21-game on-base streak. He has been on base every regular season game since September 3rd. We'll see if he can continue that. He's over at third base today, batting second. Pete Alonso, 4 out of his last 5 seasons have had 40 home runs or more. The Polar Bear hit 50 last season. Now 30 years old, he's got his 6th opening day start. He will be the first baseman batting third. Mike Stevenson, a lot of potential in the Auburn, Michigan native. 9-game hit streak coming in for Stevenson. Good rookie campaign, 62 games played, .511 slugging percentage for Stevenson. He's your cleanup hitter for the Mets today. Shamar Hosky will be the designated hitter. Yes, screw you, Manfred. We've had the universal DH since 2022 here. Just Manfred's following our lead. Shamar Hosky is your DH for the Mets, even though we're in American League ballpark. Why'd you just say all that, Commish? Hosky will be the DH batting 5th today. He's from Kansas City, Missouri. Former 2022 pick, 30th overall from the University of Florida. David Dahl, 6th opening day start, his 2nd with the Mets. The now 31-year-old comes in with an 11-game on-base streak, as well as a 3-game hit streak carrying over from last season. He'll be the left fielder batting 6th. Wilfred Astudillo is in for the injured Jackson Miller. Again, Jackson was expected to start, suffered an injury at home yesterday, placed on the IR. At home? Was he at home? Probably not, since they're in Kansas City. Someone want to answer that for Extreme? We're like Burger King. Have it your way. You choose where you want the boost supplied. Derry Carrasco. Wilfred Astudillo gets the start. The Venezuelan, 25 years old. It's his second consecutive on opening day start. Derry Carrasco will be at second base, batting 8 in this one. And Louis Guillorme will make his 6th consecutive opening day start for the Mets here over at short. Just one error and over 300 chances at shortstop last season. He also has a 10-game on-base streak going back to September 19th last year, and a 5-game hit streak entering play today. 25-year-old Venezuelan Gianfran Escalona was 9-6 last year in 27 starts, 203 strikeouts for a guy who barely throws 90. That's a guy you know knows how to pitch. He will be the starter for the Mets today. For the Royals, who won 82 games last season, their first season getting over 500 since their 2015 championship year. They'll look to build on that. Petey Halpin will start us off. He's in left field today, leading off 20 stolen bases for Halpin last year. Nicky Lopez, 6th consecutive opening day start for him. He's got a 13-game on-base streak himself. Had a career high 765 OPS in 2024. He's your shortstop today, batting 2nd. Andrew Vaughn, 21 home runs last season, and 837 OPS was a career low for him last year. He'll be your DH today and looking to change that big time. Community created player Lucas Parker. He is a rookie. Opening day start, did have 43 at-bats last season. He hit .295 with 10 homers and 39 RBI in Winter League play. The 21-year-old from San Diego gets the cleanup role today. Limsol Gaming is our community-created player user for Lucas Parker. Jacques Landry, 1.0 phenom. Le Standard d'Excellence from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. 4-game hit streak coming into this one. Had 45 doubles last year. It's his 3rd year in the majors. His 3rd consecutive opening day start, over 3rd for the Royals. Francis Grulin will be your second baseman today. The Dominican had 17 steals last season. Chin Fang Chen, the former Oriole, traded for Khalil Lee, now a member of the Royals. Hard to say a guy hitting 28 homers and 100 RBIs is considered the weaker man in that deal. I don't agree completely, but the 26-year-old from Kaohsiung, Taiwan, now a member of the Royals, will be in right field, batting 7th in this one. Sam McMillan, who was traded this season along with Jacob Wallace to the from the Tigers for Kendall Williams. He is your number 8 hitter, just a 200 average and 30 at-bats last season. Not even 500 career at-bats for him. He will bat 8th and is the catcher. Finally, Manuel Margot, the center fielder, the old man on the roster. We have buffering, you're saying? Nope, I see some, but not a lot. I have a small amount of dropped frames that are suddenly happening. Apologies for that. Manuel Margot, the 30-year-old Dominican, just signed a 2-year, $5 million deal in January to join the Royals. He hit .239 with 5 homers and 33 RBI between the Marlins and the Tigers last season. Finally, Connor Siebold making his 3rd consecutive opening day start for the Royals. He was 11-12 with a 4.20 ERA last season. Back-to-back 11-win seasons. He'll look to build on that. The 29-year-old has not lost in his last 4 starts. That is your opening day lineups for both teams. I'll put myself back on your screens. Does someone not like pink? You not like pink? No? You don't like pink? Okay, well, fine. Let's go to Kauffman Stadium for today's opening day. Welcome to Kauffman Stadium. Uh-oh, you know what? I didn't disable the, I don't think I can turn it on, can I? Can I turn it on or change it? I cannot. Well, it says it's enabled. So I'm not sure why those games have not played yet. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Welcome. It is the eMLB opening day festivities here. We've got the Mets taking on the Royals here from Kauffman Stadium. Before we get this game underway, let's look at your defensive alignments here for the Royals. We'll start in left field. Petey Halpin will be out in left. Manuel Margot will be your center fielder. Chin Feng Chen out in right field. Jacques Landry will be your third baseman. Nicky Lopez is over at short. Francis Grulin is at second base. And Lucas Parker over at first. Behind the dish, which means stuck behind the eMLB opening day logo, is Sam McMillan. Because we are doing full management, let me point out that. Well, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Give me a sec. I'm going to change the setup here. First, let me remove the out-of-town scoreboard. Let me put the weather so you can be reminded that it is blowing out to center at 55 miles an hour. But let me move the logo over here for the purpose of today's game, or at least this particular game. How's that? All right, we're going to put that there so people can see McMillan's ratings again, because we are doing a fully managed game. Here's how this works, and as a refresher to my GMs, here's how things work. When nobody's on base, we go right to the result. When